Hello everyone, I'm Neelam Singh and I'm your Japanese teacher. Today we will going to learn Japanese alphabets. But prior to that, we're going to discuss what is Japanese and how it is different from European languages, like what's its scripts and everything. Okay, so let's get started. Hajimashou. Okay, in Japanese, like in English, we have alphabets, right? Like 26 alphabets. Right, we have 26 alphabets. Japanese is kind of different. Okay, in Japanese you have three kind of scripts. Okay, so in Japanese you have three kind of scripts and we use these scripts for different purpose. Right, so take an example like for first script is hiragana. Second is katakana. And third is kanji. It's very important to know its difference and how they are different from each other and when to use which one. Okay, so hiragana, we use it for Japanese words. For example, we use like in Japanese, the fish is called sakana. Sakana is a Japanese word, right? So we're gonna use and we're gonna write that sakana in hiragana. In hiragana, we have 46 letters and different sounds which we will study later, and we recognize those sounds by datten and maru, etc. Okay, next is katakana. In every language we have words that are borrowed from foreign, right? Like from German, Spanish, everything, right? In Japanese they do that also. They have various words from English, right? For example, you say coffee. In Japanese we say kohi, right? In English we say air conditioner, AC, right? We call it in Japanese aircon, right? All these words which has been taken from English or any other language, if there it is, we're gonna write that in katakana, okay? And for like Japanese culture, we know that there is anime and manga and everything. In manga, you will see these letters we will use in katakana. We will write those words in katakana. So in katakana, you see in mangas or loan words which will be in of foreign languages, right? Next is kanji. And when to use kanji? Well, that's quite different. It has a history. First, when Japanese have their, like, when they started, they know how to speak, right? What's the purpose of language? To communicate, right? So they know how to communicate, right? But they don't have a script, how to write it. Okay, so they went to China, the mother country, China. Okay, they went to China and there they saw their writing things and everything. They come back to Japan and adopted it according to themselves. Okay, so the letters, the pictographer letters that come from China are kanji. Okay, they are vast kanji. We're gonna learn it little by little. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so kanji is from Chinese character. Chinese character. They came from China. For example, kanji is a pictographer language. How? Like we will demonstrate. Like see, sun. How do we write in kanji? Like this. This is sun in kanji, right? So we depict sun with this letter. So when we see this letter, this is sun. Okay, so this is pictographer learning, pictographer words, which we learned from China. Okay, so this is kanji. For example, if you make a word with this is Japan. Okay, so how many words you have in Japan? Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So how do we write Japan? We make sun. And this is a kanji for book, like another kanji, we haven't learned it, but let's see, this is book, which is hon, right? So this is book, this is sun, and sun and book is Japan, Nihon, Nippon, whatever. Okay, so sun and book is Japan, Nihon. This is kanji, right? So we have discussed our basic of Japanese, which is two types of scripts, which is katakana and hiragana. Hiragana, we're gonna use it for Japanese letter only, and katakana, we're gonna use for loan words or foreign words. Kanji is pictographer language, and when we write Japanese, these three gonna be your basic building blocks of learning Japanese. We're gonna use these three, right? So let's start with the alphabets with hiragana. So Hiragana. We have 46 letters in hiragana, right? In any language, we have vowels and consonants, right? Vowels give them sound. So in Japanese, they also have vowels. Like in English, they have 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. Same in Japanese, they have 5 vowels, right? What is the easiest way? Like, what is the most easy thing while learning Japanese? Is the pronunciation. Okay, how? Because if you learn how to pronounce this letter, or how to pronounce this letter, or this letter, right? This is hiragana. So if we just learn how to pronounce this letter, they're never gonna change. Like if you have this in English, the A gonna pronounce this chase, and if you have in other like this, it will be cat, like, right? So A is just changing sounds, right? But in Japanese, if you learn the pronunciation, if you learn how to pronounce one word, that's gonna be same everywhere. So what is the easiest things in learning Japanese is their pronunciation, right? So, for example, vowels. I've told you there are 5 vowels. So, this is A. This is E. This is U. This is A. And this is a simple, right? Right, so you start with A, E, U, A, and O, right? So this is English I, but you don't pronounce it I, it's E, right? This is English E, literally English E, but this is pronounced as A, okay? So repeat after me. This is A, this is E, this is U, this is A, and the last one is O. Clear? That's all, that's the vowels, right? Simple. Okay. So before proceeding, let's revise. Like there are 5 vowels, right? And now when we learn consonants, right? When we learn consonants, they're gonna make these 5 sounds combining with the consonants. Okay, there is like no other sound. 5 consonants, 5 vowels, 5 sounds with the consonants. Okay, let's see. Okay. So first is K sound. Okay, K sound. So if we add K with A, what sound are you gonna make? K plus A. Ka, right? Ka. Very good. Ka. So how are we gonna write Ka? This, and this. This will be Ka, right? If we add K plus I, what it will be? Ki, right? Ki. So how gonna write ki? This. So this is ki. Then if we add K plus U, it will be ku, right? So this is ku, right? If we add K plus A, it will be K, right? K. So how do we write K? This and this. This is K. Okay. And last is, if we add K plus O, it will be Ko. Okay, Ko. So we add Ko is like this, and this will be Ko. Okay, right. So repeat after me. This is Ka. This is Ki. This is Ku. This is K, and this is Ko. Right, that's only the K sound, right? There's 5 vowels, 5 sound, nothing much, right? So if you have 5 vowels, we have 5 sounds with the consonant. So K sound have 5 sounds, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. That's all, right? Okay, now we have learned that 5 sounds of K, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko, right? And how and what the most interesting thing about Japanese, like if you just add a symbol, like just a small symbol above the letter, sound gonna change, and you have new 5 sounds, and you don't have even to learn the how to write, because the writing is the same, you just have to add the strokes over there, right? So that's the most easiest part about Japanese. So let's see, let's make a new sound about, like after this. Okay, so if we add, first I'm going to introduce how we're going to make that sound. So if you add these strokes, these 2 little strokes above the letter, right, so they're going to change the sound. The K become G, the K sound become G sound, right? Simple. So this is, if we add this stroke above this letter, they're going to make a G sound. So K sound become G sound, right? So if I add these little 2 strokes over letter, okay? Before that it was Ka. If I add this, it will be G plus A. What is going to make? Ga, right? Ga. So Ka become Ga. Then same, we repeat this with this thing. Chi become Gi. Then Ku become Gu. And K become Ge. Very good. And Ko become Go. Right, simple, right? Right, you have 5 letters, you just add a letter above that and you have new sounds. How simple it can be, right? So wait a second. Okay, so if you don't add the dakten, we call these symbols as dakten. Okay, so if you don't add those strokes, the sound will be ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. If we add the dakten, it will be ga, gi, gu, ge, go. Simple. Right. So I think it's clear till there. Okay, now we're gonna learn the other sound, which is S line sound. Okay, S line sounds. Okay, so if we add S plus A, same 5 vowels, 5 sounds. Okay, so S plus A will be Sa. Okay, so how you gonna write Sa? This is Sa, right? If we add S plus I, it will be Si, and you wanna write she as she. One thing to like really take care of, it is SI. It should be SI, but it's little bit different. It's not SI, it's HSI. Okay, so it will be she, not she, she. Okay, there's H between them. So this is an exception. You're gonna have to remember that. Okay, so it's Sa and it's she. Okay, then if you S plus U, it will be Su, right? Su. And how I'm going to write Su? This is Su, right? Then if you add S plus E, it will be Se. This is Se. And if we add S plus O, it will be So. Very good. So we're going to write it like that. This is So. So S plus A is Sa, then she, then Su, Se, and So. Yes. Right. Now we have other 5 sounds, which is of S, right? 5 vowels, 5 sounds, right? Now same rule followed in this letter. You're gonna change S to Z. How you gonna change S to Z? Adding dakten. Simple. Okay. So if we add dakten to S, the sound will become Z. Z sound. It will give a Z sound. So then if I add dakten to Sa, it will become Za, right? If I add dakten to she, it will become Ji. Ji. Then if I add with Su, it will become Zu, right? And then to Se, it will be Ze, and to So, it will be Zo. Right? 5 vowels, 5 sounds, add dakten, another 5 sound. Simple, right? You don't have to learn to write the other 5 because they are the same letters. Okay, so but one thing to keep in mind, this is she, right? And when you put dakten on these things and you change the sound, it don't become Z-I-G, it become J-I-G, G, G. Okay, not Z, Z, G. Okay, so this is G. So if this is like without Daktin, it will be sa, she, su, se, so. Okay, and if I put Daktin over this letter, this will be za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Simple. Okay. Now you have, I think, 10 letters and 20 sounds, right? Easy it is. Let's just do one more letter, then we're going to write the letters and practice. But let's do one more sound, which is T line sounds. Okay, so T line sound, same process for 5 vowels, 5 sounds. What will be the sound? Ta, right? First sound is ta. How do you write ta? Like the letter ta, right? Like the letter ta. Okay, and you have T. Well, if you follow the rules, it should be T, right? T-I-T. But there is an exception, okay? So it's not T, it's gonna be chi. Okay, ta, chi, not T. Chi. So how do you write chi? This is chi. Okay, chi. Then you have su. There's another exception. Okay, it's not tu, it's su, 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 su. Like this. Su. Okay, this su is pronounced as su. The one prior to that. Okay, that's line 1. Okay, this is su. Okay, this one is su. Su. Your tongue should be touching like the above of and giving like the T sound like. Okay, this su, 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 not su. Su. Su is this. This is su, su, su. Okay, this is su. Then there is te, and the last one is to. Simple. Ta, chi, su, te, and to. Okay, now same, we follow the same rule and put Daktin over it. If you put Daktin on these letters, the T becomes D. T becomes D. So what will, if you put Daktin on ta, what will it become? Ta, da, right? Da. Chi, it becomes G, exception, it will become G, okay? Su become zu, zu, and te become de, and to become do. Okay, the T line will change to D line if you put Daktin over it. Okay, so if I don't put Daktin over it, it will be ta, chi, su, te, to. Okay, repeat after me. Ta, chi, su, te, to. Okay, if I put Daktin over it, it will be da, ji, zu, de, do. Right? Okay. Now we have learned S line sounds, K line sound, and T line sounds, right? And then we have put Daktin over it, and then we have what? Okay, K line, if I put Daktin, what sound it will give? G line sound, right? Then S line, if I put Daktin over it, what sound it will give? Z line, okay? Then T line, if I put Daktin over it, what sound it will give? D sound, right? So you have 15 letters, and then you have their sound, so now you have more letters to it. Okay, so the only thing you have to learn is Daktin. Daktin gonna change the sound. So I have always keep in mind that small thing above the letter. Okay, so now we will gonna practice. Okay, so I'm gonna write few letters on the whiteboard, and you're gonna tell me what the pronunciation of these letters, right? So, okay. But this will be ki, right? Ki. Okay. This, and I put Daktin over it. What it will be? What will be the pronunciation? if I don't put daktin, it will be to, and if I put daktin, it's do, right? Do. This will be ta, right? Ta. This will be chi, chi. This will be te, okay, te, right? What my advice to you is that when you learn the letters, the most important thing is to like remember it fast as you can, because we have to then go with the chapters and grammars and everything, right? And these are the pictographical, like they're pictures kind of thing, so you have to remember that they're different from the European language, right? It's not ABCD, it's different. Pronunciation is like same kinda, but their writing is different. So what my advice to you is just like remember a mnemonic, okay? Just connect this word to some picture, and then you're gonna remember that word, right? So I will give you an example, like then you're gonna make your mnemonic, because it's different to different everyone, okay? So for example, if I take this letter, right? This is to, right? To. Have you seen tornado? And I think you have, okay? So how is tornado? Like this. Like it's make a shape like this, right? Make a shape like this. What is it? Tornado. Tornado, right? Tornado. So if you look closely, this is the starting of this letter, right? And you just move it like that. What it is? Tornado. And you just remember this word is to. Tornado, to, tornado. And you're going to remember this word is to, right? Tornado. Another example, for example, what we have? Like this one. Take this one. This is ta. Sound is ta. And you can see this is ta. T and A. Right? Ta. So this you're going to remember it is ta. This is tornado, to. Okay. We take another example. For example, this is su. Right? Su. How are you going to remember it? It's in tsunami. Right? So when tsunami comes, there is a wave in a sea, right? And how the wave look like this, right? See, it's a beach. Okay, this is a beach. People are there. Okay, and wave is coming. This is a wave, right? This is hitting beach. So this is su, tsunami. First word, you're gonna remember it with tsunami, su. How do you pronounce this word? Su. This is tornado. First word, to. This looks like ta, right? So my advice is just make mnemonics and remember, and it's better to remember words like that rather than just rotting them. It's kind of hard and it will take time, but if you have mnemonics according to you're going to remember it fast. Right? And it will remember, you're going to remember it for days. Right? So just practice few more times how the pronunciation. I have written the words, now I'm going to write some words and you just tell me how you're going to pronounce them. Right? Like this. How are you going to pronounce that? What is this? This is from the K line, right? This will be ka. And this is also from the same K line. This will be ku. And how do you pronounce that? Kaku. Right? Kaku. Example. Both are from the S line, right? So this is shu. This is shi, right? It will be sushi, right? Sushi. Okay. What it will be? Okay. This is from the vowels, right? What is this? O, right? So you have O. Then this is from K line, which is ki, right? Very good, ki. Okay. And this is vowels, which is E. And how are you going to pronounce it? Mind you that this is not O-O-Ki, right? If there are two vowels, you're going to extend the first one. So it will be O, not O-O. It will be O, right? So it will be O-Ki, O-Ki, right? Not O-O-Ki, no. Okay, O-Ki, right? This one means big, sushi. You know sushi, right? Japanese culture, sushi, fish and white rice thing to eat. Okay. Okay, we haven't done this M line. Okay, I have to. We have done T, S, G, K. Okay, what's this? This is from the, both are from the T line, right? This is ta, right? Ta. This is your tsunami, which is su. It will be tatsu. Yeah, very good. Tatsu, right? What else? What else can be with the 4-5 letters we have learned? Sushi, kaku, oki. We haven't done hana. I think that's all for it. The words like only T, S, G, K. Yeah. Okay, tatsu. It will be kaku. This will be oki. And this will be sushi. Right? Okay, so what we have learned? We have learned your S line, and we have learned your K line, then we have learned your T line. And if you put the dark thing, it will be K line will become G, S line will become Z, and T line will become D. Okay, and we have learned how to pronounce this, and I hope you're gonna just practice all these words, right, and learn the pronunciation of those. In the next class, we're gonna discuss the further H line and your M line, R, Y, and W. Right? We're gonna discuss these letters. So that's all for today, and I hope you're gonna revise all these things. Matashta.